Today we are going to study the topic constructions. This is chapter number 11, constructions. First we will study how to divide a line segment in a given ratio. How to divide a line segment according to a given ratio. Let me explain with one question. Draw AB equal to 8 centimeter. Draw line segment AB 8 centimeter and divide it in the ratio 3:2. First we have to draw the line. Question is to draw a line segment 8 centimeter. AB 8 centimeter. Okay. Now the question is to divide it in the ratio 3:2. For that what to do? First draw any line segment from A. Take any angle, any convenient angle, approximately 45 degree, so that we get a long line towards this corner. Around no need of measuring the angle and all, approximately 45 or 50 angle. Ratio is 3:2. 3 plus 2 is 5. So in this line, name it as X, that is a long line AX. Divide this AX into 5 pieces. Why 5 pieces? 3 plus 2. Ratio 3:2, that means 3 plus 2 is 5. So divide it into 5 pieces using compass. Take a convenient radius, one arc, again from there 2, again 3, 4, 5. That means AX is divided into 5 equal pieces. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Convenient radius. Only 5 pieces, so we can take a big one. If so many 8 or 9 pieces are there, means we will take less. Let it be x1, this point x1, this point x2, x3, x4, x5, x5 means this point. Join B to x5. Join B to x5. So we have an angle here. We have to copy this angle at 3. 3:2 I need. So at x3 I have to copy this angle. That means I have to draw a line like this. This angle has to be copied. How to copy an angle that we studied in lower class. How to copy an angle. Suppose one angle is already there. Angle ABC. Angle ABC. Without any measurement, how to copy this angle here. First I will draw the base where I need this angle here. In order to get this angle here without any measurement, first I have to draw an arc to cut both the arms. Same thing here also, where I need this angle here. So take any convenient radius, draw an arc to cut both the arms, and that is drawn there also. Now take the measurement. This measurement we have to take. Get to the measurement. This length will be marked here. From here also same thing. This part of the arc which is in between the arms, this measurement is taken, that is marked from here. This will be exactly same. This angle and this angle both are going to be exactly Same, if it is a 28 degree, it also will be 28. If it is a 35, it is also 35. This is a procedure for copying an angle, which we studied in lower class. Suppose, let me show one more. Suppose there is an obtuse angle. I have to copy this angle. I have to copy this angle at this location. Okay, I have to copy this here. What is the first procedure? Draw an arc. Using any convenient radius, draw an arc to cut these arms. Same thing will be drawn here also. I have to copy this angle here. So, first drawing an arc, same thing here also. Now take the measurement from this point to this point on the arc. Take the measurement here. This is the measurement. This I will draw from here. First one is small, so I will copy once again. I will draw that one once again. So cutting point is there. So we can join it. This is going to be exactly the same measurement. Copying an angle. This work we will do here. I have to copy this angle at x3. At x3. So what is the first procedure? Same line only I need. So I need not to draw again. On this itself, on this line itself, I need the angle. So first I have to draw an arc to cut both the arms on. If it is too less, small means it will be difficult for me. So convenient radius. Convenient, I will take this much as convenient. Not above this x for this arc. Already arc is there. Above that means there will be confusion. So either less or more, not above another things. So convenient, first drawing an arc to cut both the arms. Same thing has to be drawn from x3 because I need it at x3. Okay. Towards right side. Towards right side I need. So right side I am drawing. Now take the size. Measurement is taken. This measurement I will draw from here. Mark it from there. That is going to be parallel line. Surely it will be parallel to this one. Before drawing itself we can check it. From x3 we are drawing. This is going to be parallel. If it is not parallel, that means there is some mistake, some problem. So we can give the name P. Now I will write AP is to PB equal to 3:2. 3:2. This is 3 pieces, 2 pieces here. So automatically this will be 3 and 2. Actually the concept is, the reason behind this is similarity of triangle. In this case we know APX3 and ABX5 are similar. Triangle APX3 similar to triangle ABX5. Why? A theorem. Small triangle A, bigger triangle also A. Now this angle at x3 and angle at x5, same we already copied up. So A theorem, they are similar. Therefore this side and this side, this ratio and this ratio, all the ratios will be equal. AP by PB will be same as AX3 upon X3 X5. This is a 3:2 means this also will be 3:2. This also 3:2. We need here 3:2. I hope it is clear. Let me explain one more question. Draw a line segment draw a line segment PQ equal to 7.2. PQ equal to 7.2 centimeter and divide it in the ratio 3:4. 3:4. So first we have to draw the line. 7.2. This is a PQ. Now first thing, draw a big line. Any angle and drawing big line PX. Now I have to divide it into 7 pieces. 3 plus 4, 7. Total 7 pieces are needed. 7 pieces means don't take it too much. Let it be small. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We have to make sure that 7 will be there. So I am reducing it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Many pieces are there. 7 are needed. So I am not taking the big one. So small one. X1, X2, X3, X4, X5, X6, X7. 7 pieces. Last one is joined. I have to copy this angle at X3. 3:4. So at 3 I have to join. So here 4 pieces, here first 3 pieces. 3 pieces, then 4 pieces. So copying the angle. Convenient radius. So I am taking this much to cut both the arms. This I have to draw from X3 because I need it at X3. Going outside, no problem. X3. Now this measurement I have to measure. This I have to copy on this arc. Now from X3 joining. Okay. So this is a point. This is a, I will name it as A. This point is named as A. So I can say PA is to AB equal to 3:4 because here 3 pieces, 4 pieces. So this will be 3, this will be 4. And make sure that these lines are parallel. Similar means angles will be equal. Yeah, we can say sides will be parallel. PA is to AB is 3:4. A is the required point which is cutting PQ in the ratio 3:4. I hope the things are clear. Next topic, construction of tangents. 2 types of tangents are there. First one, to draw a tangent to a circle through a point on it. Through a point on it. What is the meaning? Let me explain. Draw a circle of radius 3.3 centimeter. Take a point P on it. Through P, draw a tangent. Through P, draw a tangent. That is the question. So what is the first thing? Draw a circle of radius 3.3. Circle of radius 3.3. Correct 3.3 radius. Take any point. Take a point P. So I will take a point here, point P. Circle the center O. Take a point P. Question is to draw a tangent. Tangent means a line which is just touching the circle. This is a tangent line which is touching. Now simply I cannot draw. Construction it is. So the procedure is first join center with the point P. That means to draw the radius. Now we have a theorem. Already we studied one theorem. Tangent and radius at the point of contact are perpendicular. Tangent and radius at the point of contact are perpendicular. So it is a radius. So tangent will be perpendicular. So we will draw perpendicular. That is enough. Simply draw the perpendicular. 90 degree. We know how to draw. How to draw the 90 degree. 60 degree line. Again one more 120. From 60 and 120 we can draw again arc, that means 90 degree. Ordinary 90 degree line we will draw. So it is a perpendicular. Perpendicular means tangent. Produce both the direction. 190 is made and produce in both the direction. That means it is a tangent because it is a line which is perpendicular to the radius. Tangent and radius at the point of contact are perpendicular. So we can give the name AB. AB is a tangent. First there is a circle, one point is taken, radius and then perpendicular. I hope it is clear. Circle of given radius, take the point P, center is there, point is there, joining it, that means radius is drawn. Now draw perpendicular, 60, 120, that ordinary perpendicular, and produce it in the opposite direction also. That is going to be the tangent, because tangent and radius at the point of contact are perpendicular. That is the theorem. Now we will go to the next type. Next type, type number 3. Third construction. To draw tangents to a circle from an external point. Now I will explain with the exercise question itself. This is exercise 11.2. Question number 2. Exercise 11.2, question number 2. Construct a tangent to a circle of radius 4 from a point. Let us do the first one itself. First one. First question, draw a circle of radius 6 cm from a point 10 cm away from its center. Construct the pair of tangents to the circle and measure their length. So, first they are saying draw a circle of radius 6. Radius 6. Radius 6 cm. Radius 6 cm. Center here. From a point 10 cm away from the center. From a point 10 cm away from the center. That means a point here, 10 cm away. From a point 10 cm away from the center, construct a pair of tangents. So let us give the name P. This is center O. P here. From P we have to draw the tangents. From the P we can draw two tangents. One tangent touching like this and another one touching like this. Now what is the procedure? The first step is join this point with the center. Join it down. After joining, second step, draw perpendicular bisector of OP. So first step is to join. center with the point. Second step is perpendicular bisector. Join OP. Second perpendicular bisector of OP. Perpendicular bisector means take more than half. More than half will be taken, and from O and P, drawing the arcs. This is going to be perpendicular bisector. That means it is a center point. Now with this as a point as a center, take this half as the radius. This one or this one, both are going to be same. Now draw dotted line, dotted circle. New circle we can draw. Dotted circle to intersect the original circle at the point A and B. Meeting point A here, and here meeting point is B. This will be the point of contact. Since this is the point of contact, we can join PA. Draw PA. This will be one of the tangent. Another tangent will be PB. This is another tangent, that is PB. Produce more PABB. They are asking to measure PA equal to PB equal to, both are going to be same. PA equal to, question is also measure their lengths. Lengths are going to be same. 8 centimeter. PB also 8 centimeter. PA equal to PB equal to 8 centimeter. Both are going to be same because we know the theorem. Length of the tangents drawn from an external point to a circle are equal. What is the procedure? First draw the circle. Take the point according to the given condition, 10 centimeter away, 12 centimeter away, etc. Suppose it is a 10 centimeter away. In this question it was written 10 centimeter from the center. From the center 10 centimeter away. Suppose it is not mentioned and it is written 10 centimeter from the circle. From the circle means then also from center only. We never consider from this point circumference. 10 centimeter away from the circle means 10 centimeter away from the center. Okay. Now the second step is joining it. Then draw perpendicular bisector of this line segment. That means the center. Now with this center as a, with this midpoint as a center, draw a new circle. New dotted circle. Dotted circle because just for showing the difference. Meeting point of this dotted circle and original circle, that is going to be the point of contact. We can simply draw PA and PB. So the new circle, dotted circle, is for getting the getting the point of contact. That meeting point of new circle and original circle is the point of contact. I hope it is clear. Question number 2. Construct a tangent to a circle of radius 4 from a point on the concentric circle of radius 6. First they are saying draw a circle of radius 4. Radius 4. Radius 4. Now we have to take the point. Now the question is, from a point on the concentric circle of radius 6. That means I have to draw concentric circle of radius 6. Concentric circle means what? Concentric circle means a circle with the same center. So I have to draw one more circle. This circle is only for getting the point. This should take a point from the concentric circle. So I take this point P. This is the center O. This is point P. Now the things are same. So this circle is only like that. Simply for getting the point P, they told. Okay. Instead of simply saying that 6 centimeter away, they told take a point from the concentric circle. So it is becoming compulsory to draw. So point is taken. Now I have to draw perpendicular bisector of this OP. Make sure that I am not using the same thing. Same radius means there will be confusion. So either little extra or less. Okay, so I am taking this much so that it will not come above another arc. Above the circle again this arc is coming means there will be confusion. So I am getting the perpendicular bisector. Perpendicular bisector is only for getting the midpoint of OP. Now with this as a center, both the direction you can check. Make sure that it is okay, matching properly. Okay, so now we will draw a dotted circle, new circle, dotted line. Okay, not perfect. Okay, you can see not that much perfect because only for demonstration purpose I am doing. Okay, so I got a meeting point here. See, this is my original circle. Original circle is this one. This is outer one is simply like that for getting the point. So original circle is this one, and a dotted circle. Dotted circle is a meeting point of original one, and dotted circle is this one, this meeting point. So these are going to be the tangents. Tangents are PA. This one. This is one tangent. This is another tangent. PA, one tangent. PB, another tangent. Okay. Remember, it is not a perfect one. Okay, because see, little away, half millimeter away or half millimeter away. So center is not that much because pencil is not that much sharp. Yeah, we can say that much accuracy is not done. So examination and all when we do, we will keep a little more closely, and then because my aim was to explain, not to get the marks. So little more accuracy we have to do. Okay, I hope it is clear. Procedure is clear. Let me explain again. So one circle, radius of 4 centimeter. Another one is only for getting the point of P. So I got the point of P, and then this one joined. Now I have to draw the perpendicular bisector of OP. Perpendicular bisector of OP. Now the center I got. Now from the center, dotted circle. Dotted circle is meeting this one meeting point, this meeting point. So simply join this meeting point and this meeting point. Okay, I hope it is clear. Another question. Number 3. Question number 3. Draw a circle of radius 3. Take 2 points P and Q on one of its extended diameter, each at a distance of 7 centimeter. First is they are saying draw a circle of radius 3. Radius 3. Radius 3. Take 2 points P and Q on one of its extended diameter. Extended diameter means we have to produce in both direction at a distance of 7 centimeter. So here also 7 centimeter, here also 7 centimeter. So space will be less. So instead of doing in this way, I will make it a horizontal. I will do in this way so that there is no problem for the space. So 7 centimeter away they are saying I have to draw diameter 14 here up to 14, that means 7 to 14, 7 centimeter, 0 to 7 again 7 centimeter. So extended diameter I can say there is a diameter and produced 7 centimeter away and 7 centimeter away, 2 points, one is P, one is Q. This is P, this is Q. Now what they are saying? Center O. From P draw the tangents and from Q also draw the tangents. So forget about this part. So it is normal question, one circle and one point. So joined already, perpendicular bisector needed, dotted circle needed. Same thing here, forget about the right side part. There is a circle and one point which is in the left side. Join it, that is already joined, perpendicular bisector, dotted circle. So procedure is same, only thing is from left side also we have to do, and the same thing we have to do from right side also. First we will do from right side. I have to get a perpendicular bisector of this. Same we can think about this also, left side also I need a perpendicular bisector. Perpendicular bisector is drawn. Here also perpendicular bisector is ready. Now from this center, midpoint, from the midpoint with this as a radius, check both the side direction, okay. Dotted circle. Meeting point here, meeting point here. Now same thing here. With this as a center, take the radius. Dotted circle. Circles are going to be exactly same because 7 cm both this direction, 7 cm away only. From P we can join. From P, when we are thinking this is a meeting point, so PA, PB. PA and PB are two tangents from P. Now here the meeting point from Q, meeting point is this one and this one. Draw a remark also. QX and QY. QY and QX, PA, PB. Now when we are looking like this, it is very complicated because so many things are there. But simply when we are thinking individually, it is not that much complicated. Let me explain again. First there is a circle, 3 cm diameter, extended diameter 7 cm away, here also 7 cm diameter. Now produced here also, this is P, this is Q. Now from both direction I have to draw the tangents. So OQ means a perpendicular bisector needed, dotted circle needed, isn't it? And from this one, so meeting point I got. Meeting point means a tangent. This also tangent. Now from OP, from P means a perpendicular bisector needed. Perpendicular bisector needed. Now from this dotted circle. Dotted circle needed, meeting point. Dotted circle and original circle is meeting, that is tangent. Okay, that is a procedure. Question number 3. Now we have question number 4. Question number 4. Draw a line segment AB of length. Question number 4. Draw a pair of tangents to a circle of radius of 5 cm which are inclined to each other at an angle of 60. Draw a pair of tangents to a circle and tangents. If I draw the rough figure, PABB, circle with the center O. Draw a pair of tangents to a circle of radius of 5. So radius of 5 here, this radius also 5. Radius of 5. which are inclined to each other, tangents inclined to each other at an angle of 60. So this angle 60, this one 90 already we know, 90, 90, 60, that means we can say angle O. A is 90, 90, so angle O equal to 360 minus 90 plus 90 plus 60. Angle sum property of quadrilateral, 90, 90 already we know, and it is 60 given, so angle sum property of quadrilateral. 360 minus 240, that is 120 degree. 120 degree is going to be this. So when we start, we will start from circle. Circle of radius 5. Circle of radius 5. Okay. Now, I cannot start from the point P because I don't know where is the location, where it is, which is the location that I don't know. So how can I start with the P? Distance is not given. So what I will do is, only because of that I did this work 120 degree. So first I will draw one radius, that is a OB. Draw any radius that is OB drawn, any radius OB, and now we will draw 120 degree. This is 120 degree already we calculated. So 120 degree needed, that means if there is a line, we know how to draw 120, one arc, then 60, 120. So same procedure from here. Once if I am cutting, that is going to be 60. Once again means 120 degree. So I will join it. This is going to be 120 degree. 120 degree. That means OA and OB is ready. Now what to do? OA, OB is ready. Now at B I need a 190 degree line. That means one tangent I will get. $60, 120, and that is going to be from 60 and 120. If I draw, that is going to be a 90 degree line, that is a tangent. It is going to be a tangent because it is radius and it is a 90 degree line. Radius and tangent at the point of contact are perpendicular. I made a 90 degree, so it is going to be a tangent. Now same thing I will do from A. I have to get a 90 degree line. So for that, first I will draw 60, 120, and from 60 and 120, if I do arc, if I draw arc, that is going to be a 90 degree line. Now 90 degree means what I can say? It is a 90 degree radius and tangent are perpendicular. So 90 degree, since it is 90 degree, it is also going to be a tangent. Now automatically these two tangents are meeting at the point P. I will take this point as P, and if I measure, I can make sure that I can see that it is 60 degree because 120 is made already. We made 120 ourselves. 120 we made and 2 radius and 90 is made. So PA and PB are the tangents. So this I can, here I can draw arrow mark, PA one tangent, PB another tangent. This extra, if you want, we can rub it. Not necessary to erase, but then if we erase, it is going to be the normal system. Normal way, P and PB are the tangents. So instead of starting from P, what I did is, I started from center itself. One radius, one more radius, and here 90 made, here also 90 made. I hope it is clear. Let me explain again. Roughly I will explain. First there is a circle. I made one radius, one more radius I made. This angle 120 I made. Why? Because angle sum property of quadrilateral. So 2 radius is made, and here 190. Here also one more 90, 60, 120, 90 degree. So this is going to be P, PA, PB, and this is 120. Okay. This is a construction. Now we have one question number Question number 7. After 4. Okay, now 5 is there. Question number 4. Now question number 5. Question number 5. Draw a line segment AB of length 8 cm. This also we will do horizontally. Draw a line segment AB of length 8 cm. Total 8 cm. Taking A as a center, draw a circle of radius 4. Radius 4, that means midpoint half of 8. Circle of radius 4. With the B as a center, draw a circle of radius 3. B as a center, radius 3. 3. So 2 circles are there. Now they are saying construct a tangents to each circle from the center of the other. From the center of the other. So first think about this circle and this point. Draw tangents to this circle from the center of other means from B. From B, that means think about one circle and one point, that only one circle, and no one is thinking it as a circle. Now they are saying from the center of the circle, that means from B, draw the tangent. So one circle is there, one point is there. That means first join it and perpendicular bisector, then dotted circle. So let us join it. Already joined AB. Now perpendicular bisector of AB. Perpendicular bisector of AB. No doubt it has to touch this because it is 8 and it is 4, so it is touching. Now dotted circle. So the circle joining perpendicular bisector, dotted circle. So this is going to be point of contact, tangents. X and Y. BX, BY tangents. Now I have to think about this small circle. There is a circle here again. This right side circle and the center. This circle and this center. So forget about this big circle. One small circle and one point. First join it. Already joined. Perpendicular bisector. Perpendicular bisector of AB is already there. Already there, no other doing. Now from this dotted circle, that dotted circle is also there. Meeting point means this one. Meeting point of dotted circle. That means no need of doing this whole procedure twice because there is a connection between all these things. So simply join it. Only tangent we have to draw. Directly we can draw the tangents. AP and AQ tangents. From A, AP and AQ are the tangents. From B, BX and BY are the tangents. So 4 tangents we got. Perpendicular bisector and dotted circle is drawn only once because for this circle from this point and for this circle from that one, that means a center, that means a point, and the circle is getting interchanged. For this circle from this center and for this circle from this center, that means this AB perpendicular bisector dotted circle is going to be the same thing. Okay, I hope you understood it. Then we will go to the next question, question number Question number 6 is very special. I will show separately. So before that, I will go to question number 7. Question number 7. Draw a circle with the help of a bangle. That means any round object. Using any round object, draw a circle. Okay. So I will draw like that using compass itself. But then I will not use this as center point. Okay. Forget about the center point which I got. Using any round object, a circle is made. That means I don't have a center point now. Using a bangle, it is made. Any round object, a circle is made. No center. Take a point outside. Construct the point. Take a point, any point they are saying. So I will take this point to P. Draw the tangents. Now the problem is I don't have the center. Without a center, how can I start? And at the same time, last year we studied how to find the center of a circle. If there is a circle, and if I don't know the center, I can get it. What is the technique? Draw any chord and it is a perpendicular bisector. Draw the perpendicular bisector of any two chords. Simply one chord is drawn. Perpendicular bisector of that chord. Take another chord which is not parallel to this one. That is necessary. It should not be parallel. It should not be parallel. Take any two, one more chord, any two chords. Draw it is a perpendicular bisector also. Meeting point of these two perpendicular bisectors. Meeting point is going to be the center. So this is the center of the circle. So we go to center. What is the procedure? If there is any circle, draw one chord, draw the perpendicular bisector. Take another chord which is not parallel to the original one. First AB perpendicular bisector. Now PQ which is not parallel to AB, perpendicular bisector. These two meeting point will be, the perpendicular bisectors will be meeting at the center only. Last year we studied. Now the normal procedure. Because there is a circle and one point outside. Center already we know. So the normal procedure, first join center with the point, draw the perpendicular bisector. Everything same now. So we got the perpendicular bisector, center point, center, dotted circle. See, remember, even though it is a dotted circle, this area should be proper, and here also there should not be gap here, because that is our circle and our aim is to get to this point only. So if there is a gap there, then what is the meaning? So meeting point should be there. Other places gap can be there, no issue. So we go to the tangents. This is PA, PB. P and PB are the tangents. Usually it will be written, also measure and verify whether they are same or not. This is a PA 7.5. This is also 7.5. PA, PB 7.5. PA equal to PB equal to 7.5 centimeter. Both are supposed to be, even though it is different, we have to make it, we have to check it again and make sure that they are same. I cannot write one as a P as a 7.5 and PB as 7.7, because I know the rule, length of the tangents are equal. Okay. Okay then, bye.